Alright, this time I took a friend's advice and challenged chuckkles22 to an NU battle because I was looking for something fun and unique. I lead off with ice squares and he leads off with this hope thing, and I'm like, blah, hope is for losers, man. So I just go for the ice beam after he fails to toxic me, and I'm like, ha 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 ha, take that. You can't take that, can't you? And now I'm gonna switch out predicting yet another toxic, but oddly enough he decides to switch into a Flareon, and I'm thinking, yes, I can kill it with my Glaceon, except I kinda can't, cause my lead Glaceon can't touch Flareons, which is sad, but Anyway, I wasn't thinking things through when I gave my Furret the item. I should have given it a Toxic Orb, but I gave it a Flame Orb because I'm still tarded like that. And now I go for the Fling, I get a crit, which totally changed the game. And he gets burnt, although it doesn't really help too much cause it's a special attacker with Recover. Now I'm gonna have to get out of there since there's nothing I can do now, and I'm just gonna go to my Carbon Fiber because I resist both of his stat moves. And now that I see that he has Nasty Plot, I'm thinking it's a Sweeper, which perhaps will allow it to carry Hidden Power fighting. But then again, I just decide to stay in and see for myself. Thankfully he does not, and he switches into this Kangaskhan, which takes my Crunch for fun. And I get the defense drop, totally irrelevant since I'm gonna switch anyway and he's gonna rest anyway, and out comes my Prism, and I know those things has early bird, which means I can toxic it the turn after this, which is why I went for the Signal Beam, just hoping for some confused hacks, and it's the most powerful move in my arsenal anyway. Haha, Arsenal, you know, World Cup, Arsenal, ha. Never mind, I'll shut up, I don't even know a thing about the World Cup. Anyway, I'm gonna switch now after we poison each other because we are emos and we love it to be poisoned, and I'm gonna be a smart ass and predict a switch, and I do, and it poisons the incoming Flareon, and I'm like, Yosha, I owned you, except he kinda has Heal Bell, which means it's his turn to go, Yosha, I owned you, X Square. Anyway, my newly the revised FD goes for the Double Edge because I'm sick of not being able to do anything to water and fire types, which is why I kinda bred a new FD. Okay, fine, I Poke-saved it, shut up. Anyway, I'm gonna go out to my Quackalot because there's nothing my FD can do since I'm predicting a Protect, and if he goes for the Protect, I might as well just do something with the free turn, am I right? Anyway, I'm gonna send out my Ginger Stick predicting a Toxic. Unfortunately, he goes for the Earthquake, and not only that, he crits me! My super amazing Ginger Stick! I kinda bought it because I felt sad that Tears WTF account was recently hacked. Okay, maybe not recently hacked, but I recently found out it was hacked, okay? I'm just gonna go for the Torment because I know that Kangaskhan doesn't have anything else aside from Earthquake to hit my Carbon Fiber with. And he switches out to that thing, and he starts to stockpile, and I'm thinking, what? Okay, this is no good. I'm just gonna have to go for the Toxic. I don't care if the Flareon comes in, because if the Flareon comes in, I can get rid of the stockpile, and I can lure him to go for the Heal Bell, waste one of his 8 PP, and I can give my Quackalot a free switch in, which will open up the gates of Calm Mind Sweep. Am I right? Except he goes for the Wish, doesn't really matter. Anyway, I got my free switch in, and I'm just gonna go for the Calm Mind, hoping that I can get a small sweep of some sort going, since I don't see anything on his team that resists my offensive combination of Quackalot. Anyway, he's gonna switch into this Sableye for whatever bizarre ass reason, as you will see in a second. My mind is telling me to switch out, but then again I have a Calm Mind, which is why I'm reluctant to switch out. And since he's a Nasty Plot set, I might as well go for another Calm Mind, raise my special defense up to ×2, and he will whisk me. Annoyingly it hits, but then again, what are you gonna do about it? 75 accuracy is not that bad. He now switches into this Luxray, which is pretty much telling me he has nothing on his team to take a Surf, which is why I can go for a Quackalot sweep, and I am timid, max speed, 31 speed IVs, and this thing is legitimately bred. Anyway, out comes a stupid Quagsire. I'm not really sure if Ice Beam can 2KO. It can comfortably 2KO. Unfortunately, he decides to go for the Stockpile, which kinda makes me doubt my second Ice Beam will KO it after all. But since I already have +2, I might as well just stay in and see. It does KO without a crit, and I'm like, wow, Quackalot, I love you! No, not really. I love you as your trainer, okay? Don't take it the wrong way. Anyway, out comes the Victory Bell. He decides to play the game of Stall, and since I'm predicting Sucker Punch, I went for the Calm Mind. and the plan of him stalling out my burn kind of backfires in that sense. But now I kind of feel bad about sweeping so much of his team, which is why I went for the ice beam, because I don't value my life anymore and I just want him to kill me. Except he goes for the fake tears and he's like, no, X-Square, don't sweep me, I'm not crying. And yeah, I go for the ice beam. If it kills, yeah. If it doesn't kill, blah. And it kills with a crit, just to rub it in. Poor Chuckles. Anyway, he's gonna send out this Kangas gun, and surprisingly enough, he outspeeds and shadow claws me dead. And I'm like, what? How the hell is a duck outsped by a kangaroo with a baby on its pouch, and it probably weighs, what, 1 billion tons as a result? Anyway, I'm gonna send out my ice squares because pro base 110 defense and I can ice beam it dead, except he kinda doesn't die. And annoyingly enough, he goes for the toxic, but if you think about it, that's kind of the smartest move on his part. And my ice square scores a kill, because Glaceon scoring a kill is what X Square is specialized in doing. Ha 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 ha. Never mind. I'm just gonna go for the ice shot right now. It does kinda okay damage, I think, and he sludge bombs me dead, which is why I went for the ice shot instead of the ice beam. Now I'm just gonna send out my FD to get a revenge kill and, well, a late game sweep, I suppose, whenever he makes his move. Yeah, that's one thing bad about battling Chuckles. He spends forever typing messages on Skype and then he doesn't make his move. But then again, who can make a move when they're typing? Well, I won't hold it against him because I win. And I have no idea why he went out to this Saberlight thing. He should have just let his victory bell die and set out this thing and hopefully do something to my FD, but what's done is done. It's irreversible, and he's gonna send out my victory bell to die, except he doesn't because he runs. So that's a good game, chuckkles22. We have a UU battle that we are uploading next, so stay tuned for that. Good game and goodbye.